compTIA. compTIA A+22012001. Domain 1. Mobile devices. Laptop hardware. Connecting mobile devices. Mobile device accessories. Mobile device networks. Mobile device management. Domain 2. Networking. Introduction to IP. Common ports. Wireless network technologies. Network services. DNS configuration. DHCP. VLANs and VPNs. Network devices. IPv4 and IPv6. Assigning IP addresses. Internet connection types. Network types. Network tools. Domain 3. Hardware. Display types. Display attributes. Network cables. 568A and 568B colors. Optical fiber. Peripheral cables. Video cables. Storage cables. Adapters and converters. Copper connectors. Fiber connectors. An overview of memory. Memory technologies. Storage devices. RAID. Motherboards. Motherboard expansion slots. Motherboard connections. Motherboard compatibility. The BIOS. BIOS settings. HSM and TPM. CPU features. Expansion cards. Cooling. Computer power. Multifunction devices. Laser printer maintenance. Inkjet printers. Inkjet printer maintenance. Thermal printers. Thermal printer maintenance. Impact printers. Impact printer maintenance. Domain 4. Virtualization and cloud computing. Virtualization concepts. Virtualization services. Cloud models. Cloud characteristics. Domain 5. Hardware and network troubleshooting. Troubleshooting hardware. Troubleshooting storage devices. Troubleshooting display issues. Troubleshooting mobile devices. Troubleshooting networks. Troubleshooting printers. compTIA A+22012002. Domain 1. Operating systems. Operating systems overview. File systems. Installing operating systems. Upgrading Windows. An overview of Windows. Windows features. Task Manager. The Microsoft Management Console. Additional Windows tools. Windows command line tools. The Windows Network command line. The Windows Control Panel. Windows settings. Windows Network technologies. Configuring Windows Firewall. Windows IP address configuration. Windows Network connections. macOS Overview. macOS System Preferences. macOS Features. Linux. Linux Commands Part 1. Linux Commands Part 2. Installing applications. Cloud productivity tools. Domain 2. Security. Physical security. Physical access security. Logical security. Authentication and access. Defender antivirus. Windows firewall. Windows security settings. Active Directory. Wireless encryption. Authentication methods. Malware. Anti-malware tools. Social engineering. Denial of service. On-path attacks. Zero-day attacks. Password attacks. Insider threats. SQL injection attacks. Cross-site scripting. Business email compromise. Supply chain attacks. Security vulnerabilities. Removing malware. Security best practices. Mobile device security. Data destruction. Securing a SOHO network. Browser security. Domain 3. Software troubleshooting. Troubleshooting Windows. Troubleshooting mobile devices. Troubleshooting mobile device security. Troubleshooting security issues. Domain 4. Operational procedures. Ticketing systems. Asset management. Document types. Change management. Managing backups. Managing electrostatic discharge. Safety procedures. Environmental impacts. Incident response. Privacy, licensing, and policies. Professionalism. Communication. Scripting languages. Scripting use cases. Remote access. Managing AI. compTIA N10-009 Network Plus, Domain 1. Networking concepts. Understanding the OSI model. Networking devices. Networking functions. Designing the cloud. Cloud models. Introduction to IP. Common ports. Other useful protocols. Network communication. Wireless networking. Ethernet standards. Optical fiber. Copper cabling. Network transceivers. Fiber connectors. Copper connectors. Network topologies. Network architectures. Binary math. IPv4 addressing. Classful subnetting. IPv4 subnet masks. Calculating IPv4 subnets and hosts. Magic number subnetting. 7-second subnetting. Software-defined networking. Virtual extensible LAN. Zero Trust. Infrastructure as Code. IPv6 addressing. Domain 2. Infrastructure. Static routing. Dynamic routing. Routing technologies. Network address translation. VLANs and trunking. Interface configurations. Spanning tree protocol. Wireless technologies. Wireless networking. Network types. Wireless encryption. Installing networks. Power. Environmental factors. Domain 3. Network operations. Network documentation. Lifecycle management. Configuration management. SNMP. Logs and monitoring. Network solutions. Disaster recovery. Network redundancy. DHCP. Configuring DHCP. IPv6 and SLAAC. An overview of DNS. DNS records. Time protocols. VPNs. Remote access. Domain 4. Network security. Security concepts. Authentication. Security technologies. Regulatory compliance. Segmentation enforcement. Denial of service. VLAN hopping. MAC flooding. ARP and DNS poisoning. Rogue services. Social engineering. Malware. Device security. Security rules. Domain 5. Network troubleshooting and tools. Network troubleshooting methodology. Cable issues. Interface issues. Hardware issues. Switching issues. Routing and IP issues. Performance issues. Wireless issues. Software tools. Command line tools. Hardware tools. Basic network device commands. compTIA SY0-701 Security Plus. Domain 1. General security concepts. Security controls. The CIA triad. Non-repudiation. Authentication, authorization, and accounting. Gap analysis. Zero trust. Physical security. Deception and disruption. Change management. Technical change management. Public key infrastructure. Encrypting data. Key exchange. Encryption technologies. Obfuscation. Hashing and digital signatures. Blockchain technology. Certificates. Domain 2. Threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. Threat actors. Common threat vectors. Phishing. Impersonation. Watering hole attacks. Other social engineering attacks. Memory injections. Buffer overflows. Race conditions. Malicious updates. Operating system vulnerabilities. SQL injection. Cross-site scripting. Hardware vulnerabilities. Virtualization vulnerabilities. Cloud-specific vulnerabilities. Supply chain vulnerabilities. Misconfiguration vulnerabilities. Mobile device vulnerabilities. Zero-day vulnerabilities. An overview of malware. Viruses and worms. Spyware and bloatware. Other malware types. Physical attacks. Denial of service. DNS attacks. Wireless attacks. On-path attacks. Replay attacks. Malicious code. Application attacks. Cryptographic attacks. Password attacks. Indicators of compromise. Segmentation and access control. Mitigation techniques. Hardening techniques. Domain 3. Security architecture. Cloud infrastructures. Network infrastructure concepts. Other infrastructure concepts. Infrastructure considerations. Secure infrastructures. Intrusion prevention. Network appliances. Port security. Firewall types. Secure communication. Data types and classifications. States of data. Protecting data. Resiliency. Capacity planning. Recovery testing. Backups. Power resiliency. Domain 4. Operations and incident response. Secure baselines. Hardening targets. Securing wireless and mobile. Wireless security settings. Application security. Asset management. Vulnerability scanning. Threat intelligence. Penetration testing. Analyzing vulnerabilities. Vulnerability remediation. Security monitoring. Security tools. Firewalls. Web filtering. Operating system security. Secure protocols. Email security. Monitoring data. Endpoint security. Identity and access management. Access controls. Multi-factor authentication. Password security. Scripting and automation. Incident response. Incident planning. Digital forensics. Log data. Domain 5. Governance, risk, and compliance. Security policies. Security standards. Security procedures. Security considerations. Data roles and responsibilities. Risk management. Risk analysis. Risk management strategies. Business impact analysis. Third-party risk assessment. Agreement types. Compliance. Privacy. Audits and assessments. Penetration tests. Security awareness. User training.